via sea and elsewhere. This is Undefeatable Twilight, coming back to you with a new update about my life and my quest to get my gender officially and legally changed. So, since last time I updated, I have done a few things, namely I went to the gender clinic again, and they did basically the same thing that they did last time, where they asked me a load of questions about my life and when did I start feeling this way and what have I done and what would I like to do in the future, blah blah blah. And apparently it turns out I haven't actually officially been diagnosed with gender dysphoria yet. It's been like over 4 years now and I still haven't got an official diagnosis, so that's kind of annoying. So I'm going back there again later on, and hopefully later on this year. Hopefully it won't be that long to wait. They said it would be a few months or so, where I'll talk with them again about things that I have done. Basically what they're doing is trying to build up a gender profile of my life and my past, so they can sort of better determine when this whole thing actually started and how it's progressed, and hopefully actually diagnose me as gender dysphoric, fingers crossed, because I really do need this, especially since I've been through all this stuff already, waiting for like 3 years for them to get back to me, and then going back and forth in Leeds and whatnot. So I'm really hoping I get it. I mean, I've got all my fingers crossed. Anyways, apart from that, I have also been rather proactive in the whole name and gender change thing. I have, like I said in the last video, I got a statutory declaration. So I now have a legal document saying that I have changed my name. I have given that to my bank. My bank have changed my name on my accounts and my gender. They told me that I needed a letter from the doctor to do that, so I went to the doctor and requested that, and they charged me 30 quid for it. Then I go back to the bank and say, I've got this letter from my doctor, can I change my gender? And they're like, yeah, we've already done it. So, okay, fine, whatever. I just spent 30 quid on this letter, but whatever, okay, that's fine. But it turns out I did actually need the letter after all, because I applied for a new passport, which cost a hell of a lot of money, £75.50, which is more than I actually have. Well, actually it's not, but it's still a huge amount of money for me, so yeah, I've got to send those documents off. I'm going to do that later today. So yeah, and I sent the doctor's letter off with that. There was no actual option when I was applying to say that I want to change my gender, only to change my name. But I set my gender as female when I was filling out the form, and I've included the doctor's letter, so hopefully they'll get the idea that I want to change my gender. And that should do it, because it said on the government website that you can send a letter from your doctor confirming that your change of gender is likely to be permanent, and that's what I've done. And also sent the statutory declaration to say that I've legally changed my name, which has been signed and witnessed by a solicitor. They charged me, like I said, about 5 quid for it, so it wasn't that much really, but I have spent a hell of a lot of money on this. I mean, more money than I would even spend on myself, unless I was like really, really treating myself. But it's all necessary, and I do need to get a new passport, even if I can't change my gender on it. I still need to change my name on it, because if your name on your passport doesn't match the actual name that you have, then they won't let you use it to travel. So that's why I need a new passport. So hopefully I'll get that back. Well, I'll send that off today and I'll get it back later on. So the other thing I wanted to do in this video is a kind of a little, not really a tutorial, because I'm not actually going to be doing anything, but just like a bunch of beautification tips, I guess, for fellow trans girls like me, because let's face it, it's none of us really know how to be a girl. I mean, I don't. I basically know the basics of makeup and stuff like that, so I'm going to give you the tips based on what I know, and this is probably, you can probably find much better tutorials on YouTube where I actually show you what to do. But this is what I've learned, so just go with it, and we'll hopefully you'll learn something. Anyway, like I said, I'm not going to be actually doing the things because I feel a bit self-conscious about putting makeup on in front of the camera and stuff. So I'm just going to be talking, really, and I don't actually have all of the things I'm talking about anyway. So firstly, we need to do something about the facial hair, because that is the bane of any trans girl's existence, is facial hair. So shaving tips. First, you need a good razor, and that's pretty obvious, but get something that's decent. I mean, normal disposable razor probably won't cut it, pun intended. I use a Gillette Power Pro Glide Fusion thingy, whatever it's called, but most of the brand name razors will be good enough. So when you do this, and don't you can use a shaving foam cream or whatever if you want. I don't, because I don't like it, and I feel like I don't really need it, because usually warm or hot water will work just as well for softening it up. So when you use it, you find the way your hair grows. In my case, it goes down on my upper lip, and then at the ear it just goes all over the place. And get your razor. Do use best place to do this is either in the shower or after you've just got out the shower, because then your skin is softer and your hair is softer and will be shaved more easily. So you want to do like really light strokes. You don't want to really use any pressure at all. It's like just like like that, just really light, and go over it again and again and again until you don't feel it taking any hair off, is a best I can describe it. You'll just feel like it's just not doing anything, and do that like along with the grain of the direction of the way your hair is growing, and then once you've done that, do it again but going the opposite way. That really helps get the stubble or whatever off, and make it actually completely hairless or whatever for a while anyway. And then just do that, and then just feel with your hands, and if you feel like there's hair anywhere, just take it off, and then just keep doing that until it's all gone. So yeah, and I personally don't shave my legs because I don't see the need to, because no one really sees them anyway. I always wear trousers, even in the summer, so I never have my legs exposed to the public, so I don't see the point in shaving my legs if no one's ever going to see them anyway. But you can do that if you want. But I don't really have many tips. I say waxing is better than shaving, but because it takes more of the hair off, and it means it takes longer to grow back. But you can do whatever you want with that. Anyways, makeup. Yes. Now, there are a ton of makeup things that you can buy. You can see in stores. You go, like places in the UK, for example, Boots and stuff has like all this huge section of the shop that's entirely devoted to makeup. And to be honest, you don't really need all that much. All you need are the 4 things you need is foundation, mascara, eyeliner, and lipstick. That's all. And I don't even have foundation, so that's which is kind of bad, because that's pretty much the most important thing. And the thing is that I have heard many times that when you use makeup, you need it to look like you're not wearing any makeup, which might sound a bit weird, but basically you want it to look natural, so less is more. So don't go like overboard when you're putting makeup on. Just go like just a small amount, just enough so it kind of makes you look a little bit better, but not so that it's obvious you're wearing some, if you know what I mean. So first, a foundation is like super important. That's like the most important thing, which is why I don't have it. It's the only thing I don't have. You find a colour that sort of matches your skin tone, and then you just put it on. Basically, don't use too much, and just go with go with it until it looks and feels right for you. You need to. It's very much experimental. You putting makeup on, you might fail a lot of times. You might end up looking ridiculous a few times before you finally find a style and way that works for you. So don't worry if you mess up. Just keep trying, and you'll eventually get it to look right. So foundation, then you want to do eye makeup. When doing it, do the eyeliner first, then the mascara, because if you put the mascara on, it'll get in the way when you're trying to put the eyeliner on. I don't have any makeup on it right now, so as you can tell. Get a gel eyeliner because they're the best. Don't get the pencil ones, they're rubbish. They don't do any good at all. And I know this because I have a pencil eyeliner and I know it's freaking terrible. I put it on and then like 3-4 hours later it's completely gone. And my mascara is great, that stays on forever. But the eyeliner I have is absolutely terrible. So yeah, get the gel eyeliner, don't get the pencil one. And when you put it on, you might be afraid of poking yourself in the eye, but it's not that hard to not do that, especially if you I keep my eye closed. Some people keep their eyes open when they do it. You want to go like as close to they call the lash line on the upper eyelid. I mean, I don't put eyeliner on my lower eyelids. You can if you want, but I know some people do, but I don't. So you just go like across it with I'm using my finger as demonstration here, but you actually obviously use the actual eyeliner pen or whatever. Basically, how do I do this? You hold it like put your hand against your cheek and hold it, and then just do it like that. And you start from the middle and go out, and then you go from there in kind of join it together. And you can go a little further if you like, if you want to do like the wing effect that some people do. But it's up to you. And then when you do the mascara, I tend to just go like this. Like honestly, that's all I do. Keep my eye open and just go for it. But it depends on your preference. Some people like to close their eyes when they do it, or sort of half close. I kind of half close my eye when I do it, so I'll be like this, and doing it in the mirror so I can see what I'm doing. I don't poke myself in the eye, which you might do, but don't worry about that. It'll be fine. And again, don't really use too much. You just want it to look like you want it to look natural, really. And then the lipstick is obviously you just take whatever colour you want, and then just put it on. Basically, you go. What I do is I go like start here and then go down there and there and then there and there, and you do this like thing to make sure it's like evened out and stuff. And that's it. That's basically that's how I do makeup. I know it's probably a really terrible way to do it, but that's how I do it. I need to get myself some foundation, I know, but it costs so much. The freaking problem, makeup is so freaking expensive. This whole thing is expensive, I swear. I've spent like over 100 quid on just doing gender change and my hair is being annoying. Gender change and name change stuff. So yeah. So that's basically it from me. I'll be back tomorrow with a new episode of Twilight Storytime. So until then, wait, I forgot about something else. This morning, I went to the doctor's to give them a blood sample because they wanted to test my blood for various things. Not sure what exactly because I've already done this before, but whatever. So the gender clinic in Leeds said that they told my GP, local GP, that they wanted a blood sample from me, which includes testing my fasting glucose level, which meant I wasn't allowed to eat from last night to the appointment, or after the appointment, I wasn't allowed to eat or drink anything, which is kind of hard. So, but thankfully I didn't, pass out or anything like that. I mean, it took them 3 tries to actually get me to bleed, and this normally doesn't happen. Normally, when I'm giving a blood sample, it comes out no problem, but this time it took 3 tries for them to actually start getting the blood to come out. Once it did, they got enough. They got like 3 vials of my blood, and to be honest, I thought that with the combination of not eating for a while and giving a load of blood, I would probably be feeling quite faint, but I wasn't, surprisingly. So then I came home and had something to eat because I was starving. But yeah, so I did that, and hopefully that'll help move things along. So just waiting for the I'm going to go send my passport application off now or soon, and yeah, just waiting for the next appointment at the gender clinic, I guess. So I'll see you again. I'll do another update when that comes, or when anything significant in my life happens. So see you then. Take care. Love and peace.